Thank you, thank you. I have been chosen to welcome you all and start off the ceremony here. I'm Teresa Aronson. I'm the President and CEO of the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. It is our absolute honor and pleasure to be here today. What a fantastic crowd that you guys all have assembled here to welcome you into our community. As you may or may not know, we had a loss here a year ago, and we are so thankful to all of you for choosing Port St. Lucie as your new home. So thank you very, very much for that. I am not going to speak long. I've actually asked Daniel Holbrook, the Assistant City Manager from the City of Port St. Lucie, to come up as well and say a few words because he was kind of integral in this entire process. So I'm going to turn it over to Daniel.
Good morning, everybody. Daniel Holbrook, Assistant City Manager for the City of Port St. Lucie. And in case you don't know, we are the third largest city in South Florida, 8th in the city. We just made that news this week. So the city's growing. Welcome to a growing city and a welcoming city. We are very excited that you guys are here and you have this opportunity to be here in Port St. Lucie. You're a part of it, have been a part of it, and we're great to see the retooling of this facility. And it's awesome that a conversation that happened a year and a half ago about turned into this. So congratulations. Thank you very much.
Welcome again. I'm Patrick D'Angelo, Vice President over the operations here. And I want to thank everybody for really making this a reality. As Daniel said, I think it was less than a year and a half when we started this, right? I mean, we did so much in a 9-month condensed period, and I probably couldn't do it without the help of everybody in here, including Port St. Lucie, the county, CareerSource, and everyone else. I'd like to make a few introductions for some folks who came in to warm welcome us into this new space. And Pat Blake, Executive Vice President of McKesson and Group President for McKesson Technology Solutions. Pat Leonard, President, Business Performance Services. Andrew Rubin, from our largest customer here. He's a Vice President of Clinical Affairs and Ambulatory Care. And then last but not least, Amanda Cancelleri, who's VP of Operations, and Cindy Mazer, Director of Operations. So when we started this business, and I'll explain a little bit about what we do here, we do more patient engagement type work. So we are the face to our customers. We're the first line. We schedule patient calls. We answer help desk calls for the portal. We do prescription refills, and as well as we make some outbound clinical calls to help navigate our patients through the healthcare systems. This journey started in 2011 with a strong partnership with NYU. And I have to give a lot of credit to Andrew, and we'll talk a little bit about that later, for helping guide us into this new venture. In 2011, we had 9 agents down on the corner of Prime Vista and US 1 taking 225 calls a month. In 2012, we moved to 15 agents, 18 practices, and taking 16,000 calls. In 2013, 22 agents, 28 practices, and 28,000 calls. In 2014, 54 agents, 47 practices, and 57,000 calls. In 2015, we signed our second customer, brought them on board, and we're at 121 agents, 52 practices, and 115,000 calls a month. That's great. So moving now into 2016, we currently have 5 customers, 250 agents, 140 practices, and we're taking about 170,000 calls a month. So it's a great growth and big story, so good to hear. And I think as we move into 2017, it's going to expand even further. So I think on the tour, you all may have heard that we only have so many seats left, and we've only been here, what, a month now at this point. So we'll be looking probably to expand a little bit more. So with that said, I'd like to bring Pat Leonard to the stage.
Thanks, Pat. So we'll get a little repetitive here, so I'll do another welcome, and I'm the second of 3 Pats that you'll be seeing today. But you know, first off, I do want to reach out and thank the management, Cindy and Mary Andrews, for their leadership and the employees, because you don't get this type of growth without providing great service, high quality, and so you guys really should be proud. So I'd really like to offer a round of applause for the employees and the management team. Also want to thank the county again, for working with us, collaborating in terms of just moving into the new space, but I think also working with us to help us grow and support us from a training standpoint. I think McKesson BPS has always had a strong footprint in Florida. We currently have about 1,000 employees. We had about 300 here in Port St. Lucie, and I think as Pat mentioned, our job is now to fill up this facility, and we feel pretty confident about that. But we're very appreciative of the partnership we have with the county, and we're excited to continue to grow our footprint here in Port St. Lucie. So thank you. And just to follow up on the growth, I think just, in terms of McKesson BPS, which is the business I'm responsible for, but Pat talked a little bit about what we do in patient access, and I just want to kind of reiterate in terms of from a strategy standpoint, there's really kind of 4 key strategies that are driving the growth of our business, and our patient access strategy is front and center. So I think there's a wide level of support, obviously locally here, but throughout the BPS as well as throughout McKesson. So I think just to reiterate our commitment to grow here. And then lastly, want to recognize that I think when you look at a great service like we've been able to create here with our patient access offering, you can't do that without a great partner. And that great partner is NYU, led by Andrew Rubin. I think Andrew was instrumental in helping us start this service, and I think his team continues to push us and make this service more than I think any of us really envisioned what it would be from the start. So, these things, it's always two parties that are really making this successful. So, what I wanted to do, I think you've heard from Pat, you've heard from myself about the importance of this service, certainly from the McKesson standpoint. Wanted to ask Andrew maybe to come up here and say a few words and just give a little bit of perspective from the NYU standpoint. So, Andrew?
Thank you for including us in this really exciting celebration. I was not told I was speaking, so I am. But fortunately, I can do it. And two quick, 3 things. One, I want to thank my team because while I couldn't do this without the people who made this all come together from the NYU side. Amy Heck, Fran Drummond, Hadi Abalama, and Josh Swerno. Thanks for coming down here with me today. So I've had a long relationship with McKesson and many of their previous companies that they've acquired over the years. So I've worked with many people in this room for many years in many different ventures. So whenever NYU Langone Medical Center up in New York wants to embark on a new venture, a new pathway for taking care of our patients, I've always turned to Pat Leonard, Pat D'Angelo, and now Pat Blake for support in supporting our growth. So I very much consider McKesson and our relationship with McKesson to be a very, very, very important part of our growth and success. And I remember, I think you said 9 people, but I remember the first time I came down to that building on the corner and there were 4 people. And
5 open positions.
5 open positions. So to be here today, I didn't think I was going to be as emotional as I am and as excited as I am to see what's been built here. And then lastly, when we first decided to do this business with McKesson and start on this venture, there are not many healthcare systems around the country that do this. We knew that coming to Port St. Lucie was a good idea. You gave us several choices, and we came down here and we met with the local people. My parents live 45 minutes away in Palm Beach County, and I knew that the people who are from here and live here and made this their home are highly educated, hardworking, good people. And let's face it, we're from New York, so our patients can be a little tough. And many people who live in Port St. Lucie started up in the Northeast and migrated down here. And we knew that we needed people who understood our patients, who understood how to talk to our patients, and yet were able and willing to deal with us when our patients are sick and want to see their doctors. So we are so happy to be here today. We're happy to be partners with McKesson in virtually all of our business related to non-clinical business in terms of supporting our clinical enterprise. And we're very grateful to all the people at Port St. Lucie who work so hard for us every day and make it all work. So thank you for having me. Thank you for asking me to speak, even though I didn't know I was going to. And,
You did well.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks again, Andrew, and thanks again for being a great partner. So let me introduce the third Pat here, and then we'll get to the ribbon cutting. So Pat Blake.
The third and last Pat. Wow, this is just a tremendous day for the BPS team, for our patient access services business, and certainly for our corporation. I couldn't be more thrilled to be here and to see the excitement and to experience the growth story that is this business and what has taken place over a very short period of time. I want to thank the Chamber and the support that we've received from the business community here. It's outstanding. It's really helped us to achieve what we've been able to in such a short period of time. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Andrew and his team once again. Companies get the privilege to serve customers, and oftentimes you get the privilege to serve really big, sophisticated, complex organizations, which is great. Every company needs those. Rarely do you get the opportunity to collaborate in a really symbiotic way with the customer that you can call partner. That is a rare, rare occasion, and we have had the privilege of being partners with Andrew and his team and NYU Langone Medical Center now for many, many years. And as partners, they have been pioneers and innovators, and collectively, together, we've been able to create what we think is a really terrific growth vehicle, not just to service NYU in the future, but frankly, many medical centers like it and their increasing needs moving forward. I also want to thank our team. I had the opportunity to spend some time with Pat D'Angelo last night, Amanda. I was here in December and met Cindy for the first time, and I began to understand just the vision that was coming together and how quickly, really when you think about it, how quickly this went from a concept to getting approval, funding, a building, and then to move really a complex operation on a Friday night and actually to be operational Monday morning without a glitch in quality, no noise whatsoever. All of you should be ecstatic, and you should feel very proud of what you've been able to accomplish. And I want to thank all of our associates, and I want to welcome maybe our newest associates that have joined McKesson Corporation. I've been with the company now almost 20 years. I'm terribly proud to be an associate of this organization. Healthcare is one of the most, if not the most important industries in our country. And it's undergoing significant change, improving the cost, the quality, and the access for us as individuals and our family members. And what you're doing here is really helping to advance a lot of the aspects of making healthcare more consumer-friendly. And I think that's just a really worthy and notable role for all of us to play. So again, congratulations on just a terrific milestone. I wish you continued success. You've got not only my support, but the support of our board of directors and our executive committee. And if we can continue to service well customers like New York University, Langone Medical Center, I like our future. So congratulations.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and cut that ribbon.
Is a selfie stick. And the winner of that is Lubert.